Hello, my keen students, my students who want 80% or higher in this course, who really are ready to work hard. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to show you some cool stuff in ArcGIS. So just a reminder, how I got into ArcGIS is I went to ArcGIS TDSB. If you need to go back to my other video, it shows you how to get into here. I'm going to go to the map part now. Okay, and you'll see that you get this map. So it's not an express map because it has color. We are given a lot more choices on this type of map. So the base map shows us different types of layers that we can use to show our information. So I'm going to go to Toronto Islands like I did before. And you'll see it looks very similar to the map that we did through Express Map, but it's not gray anymore, it has color. Now, I have a couple choices. I could keep this map this way, but if I want, I could show streets. So this might be really good if I want to show the street that the article talks about, Cibola Avenue. This would be a really good map to show that, okay? But if I want to show the sandbags that are being put along the Toronto Islands, this isn't a good map for that. I'm not going to see the sandbags. What I will see is imagery, which is the satellite image of that area being taken by the satellite. So what I'm going to do here now, obviously this is a little bit too far away to see the sandbag. So I'm going to zoom in, and to zoom in, I'm just moving my mouse in, or I can use these arrows here if you're using a touch screen computer. Okay, so I'm zooming in. And look at that, I'm starting to see those sandbags over here that the article talked about. I think this is pretty cool, actually, to look at an article and then go to the place and actually see it. Just makes it so much more interesting. Also, so if I want to keep this like I did in my story map, all I have to do is just save the map. So I'm going to call this map, I'm going to save it, save as, and give it a title. So I'm going to call this Toronto Islands. Okay, I'm going to call it 2 because I did one earlier for practice. Toronto Islands. Now, a tag is just because they want to know some keyword to help them search for this map later. You can just call it Toronto or Toronto Islands, okay? You don't need to put a summary, and just save the map, okay? Cool. If you want some ideas of other places you can explore for this article, like look at this. What do you think these are? That's pretty cool. Wow. What else is there that you could explore? This is Ward Island, so you can see the houses over here. And look at this weird white thing kind of jutting out here. What do you think that is? It's mentioned in the article, so if you want something cool to add as a bonus, you can always put this into your story map as something extra, okay? But going back to my story maps, I'm going to go back to my story map. Oops, that's not the right one. Sorry. Oh, here it is. So back to my story map here. If I want to create a new part to it, I go down here and I'm going to say edit. So at the top here, if I want to continue my story map, I can edit. Even if I sent the link to me earlier, but you want to go back to your map and continue it another time, the link stays the same, but you can keep changing the map, okay? So it's like a Google slide. In that sense, I can go back and see it. So I'm going to put this here, a plus sign, and I'm going to add the new map that I created. So in order to get that map, you're going to see that it has all the maps that you've created on ArcGIS. So this was Toronto Islands 2. I'm going to take that picture, and then there it is. I'm zooming in if I want to, or zooming out, and there's my sandbags. I'm going to place it on the map using this key on the bottom. And then I can put my caption. Okay, I don't want to call it Toronto Islands 2. That doesn't tell the person reading my story here what I want them to focus on. So instead I would say maybe notice the white sandbags all along Lake Ontario's coast. This was placed by the, oops, that's spelled wrong. So that's the other cool thing about this story map thing, is that it actually tells you if something is spelled wrong, so you can right click your mouse, or in that way you can have a better communication mark for you know, professionalism. This was placed by the people living there to try to stop flooding. There. So just a simple sentence or two to tell me what the picture is about. That's it. Okay? When I'm done, it automatically saves, but if I want to publish it, I do have to press publish. And if you want to double check that the link is the same, you can publish it, go back to the link. Okay, oh, I have 2 of these stories. So I'm going to say, sure, I'd like this to make sure they're the same because I've just added on to the story. And I'm going to go here and you'll see that it's the same URL probably, but let's double check. So here was the URL from last time. And oh, look at that, it's the same URL. So it's like a Google slide. I can go back, fix it up, and I will still have the same one that you sent me from before, and I can keep checking in if you want to keep fixing your map, okay? So again, this is for students who want to get a higher mark for geotechnology, which is a big part of our course. So, you know, you've made an express map, you've shown me this map here, and then if you'd like to add something new, that would be fantastic. So maybe you want to add something else from the article, like the Cibola Avenue picture, or a seawall, or something else about the island that you think is just kind of interesting that relates to flooding. So that's just some ideas there. Aaliyah, you could even talk about your floating houses, add a picture of where it is in Toronto. That would be amazing. So the idea is this is just an opportunity to, instead of just writing out your ideas in paragraph format, this is an opportunity to show ideas through pictures and maps, because sometimes a picture just tells a lot more than writing. So anyway, hopefully you had fun with this, and students who do feel comfortable using the ArcGIS program, you'll have a lot more cool stuff that you're going to be able to do. Students who don't try it out, that's okay, but you're going to be stuck doing a lot more reading and writing and other things to get the same marks, because, you know, I need to get marks in. All right, take care.